Whew. Hello people, it's me, Lebloini. I'm here with my Let's Play of Dominion 6. We are playing the elf nation of TNN, and Gem at the Holograms is our pretender. That is our goddess, and she will triumph through the power of music. By now it's early spring in the year 4 of the Ascension Wars, and the number of messages we are getting is slowly going up as the game grows ever more complex. Myrene has summoned a blue cap, one of the summons given to the power of glamour magic. Let's see. It's this little guy here. Oh, how cute. He has true sight, so glamour magic doesn't affect him. He has also perfect dark vision and a hefty siege bonus, so this little guy works like 10 others. Now I'm thinking, maybe I should get some cave kobolds he can command, since presumably they will have siege bonus too. Or little sappers. Of course, vulnerable against iron, which in this game means, for example, if they get attacked by an iron weapon, that's a +1 to each damage roll. Glamour, of course, hard to hit. They are super stealthy. Like this one, yeah, that's kind of funny. If I have some really useful earth spells for him, I could use this guy as an no, of course, he is not an assassin. That's a separate power, but he is extremely stealthy. A shape changer. Oh, he can change shapes. This unit is able to transform into another shape at will. If the form with less HP dies, the unit will automatically change shape to its more powerful form. Now that's strange. So he can transform into a flame? Okay, I think I have to read the description now. The blue cap is a blue cave kobold that recently found its way out of the dream wild. As such, it has not yet lost its grasp of earth magic. The true shape of a blue cap is a dancing blue flame. But it often takes the shape of a cave kobold with a bright blue cap when it's interacting with this world. Many miners place silver in the tunnels, hoping that a blue flame might appear and lead them to a new rains of metal, or to absolute death depending on what exactly causes the flame. Blue caps, like most fey creatures, are sensitive to iron. Oh, so he's a Tommy knocker, that's kind of cute. Mine resource bonus 25. The unit will aid with mining projects in the province. Extra resources are granted to the province if it has a mine or if it is a cave province. So the secret is, he may be not the best of all mages, but he has some superpowers, like being invulnerable to glamour magic. Well, in the case that all those freaky defensive spells won't work on him, he can still hit you with its fairly high attack skill. Of course, with 7 hit points and low protection, he should stay the hell away from the front lines. And he's a magic being. Not important for a commander, of course, and he can command other magic beings, but if it were a unit, that would be some problems. The mining resource bonus is interesting. This is of course important because, nope, lots of weird magic bullshit. But of course the dragon scale mountains have an iron mine. But as luck has it, none of our 1, 2, 3, 4 fortifications is anywhere even near a mine. The only mine I can find right now is one that's right in the middle between fortifications. The game doesn't really make using those summons easier in seeing. Oh, our progress is... Oh, there was already a battle. I'm guessing we're gonna try to retake the Royal Forest. Let's go back to the top. And of the rainbow, and this time no new magic sites. Our alchemist hasn't found anything either. And Argo. Maybe your horse will save me, the Windlord. Oh yes, Argo is still fighting the good fight. And has now a new prophet. Again, one of our crippled units died, and there was a battle in the royal forest. Ah yes, of course, Mekone sallied out, this time with a fairly large army. And then they all died because only one of those many enemies was a mage. And it was only a tiny amount of giants. Yeah, losing 20 to 1, that's... Those Halode hoplites are exactly the best of units I'm seeing here. They have nice protection, but shit everything else. Yep, that was a Slaughtermaster fest. Ooh, especially our Shearlords just pumped out the evil devil magic and killed them all. 2 of our slingers died, and some of our frontline warriors, but losing 8 for 90. Yeah, that was not exactly Mekone's finest hours. Let's take a look. Here is the attacker, a large ungainly lump of dumb shit. Then we are switching the sun out for our twilight, and then the magic wave comes, and of course our slinger and our spear throwers, and half the enemy army is dead before battle is joined. Man, those giants can run. Whoops. Ha! Faster than that other guy. That one got stepped by horses. The battle was so fierce and fast that one singular Pegasus rider we had with the army didn't even get a scratch. Then events, more fire games. And Grennan, more death games. I should ask Kalom again if he wants more death games for glamour games. Then Belmar, province income is going up thanks to a new lucrative trade. Then Grian. Oh, one of our first scouts ever got suddenly thrown out, and then retreat details has been killed. So they didn't manage to kill him, but he then died fleeing. It's a tiny force of random shit. I'm guessing Riley was just patrolling out unrest there, and we got caught up in it. Was one of our furthest away scouts. Dead and gone. And we found Riley itself, the underwater capital, with sizable force of defenders. Polypil spawns, oh yeah, little tentacle freaks, slave guardians, Shambler trolls, and Gibo dice. Ah yes, mind control fish. The deep sea is calling. That doesn't sound great. Well, we don't really want to go there. We don't want to lose our underwater scout. So let's creep along the coastline for now. And that's it, really, for important messages. So, since the royal forest is still in our hand, I guess we can now send our big fat army stack over here. Good thing I reinforced Kimber Penton with some more glamour gems, so she can still help her sister by casting spells. Mekone should then be in our hands soon, since obligingly most of the enemy army marched off. Still not exactly easy, since there is tons and tons of mages here, and the great big pretender god of Mekone. And where the hell is... Oh, that's funny. Did the scout die after marching here? Here. Down here? Oh, it did. Wait. That's a scout. Why is he on defense? Mysterious. Let's send him back to Mekone here. Since apparently I sent the scout either in another direction or he fled there. Was there a scout in that battle? Oh yes, of course. So I'm guessing he ran away? Huh. Let's see if I can find him somewhere here on the other side. Well, Scouty Line, where are you? There he is. It's Oscar the Grouch. Let's get out of here. Yes, yes, yes. Victory for everyone. Yes, of course. So he ran away after 2 turns like he was ordered to do and ended up over here. Alright, well, mystery is solved. Well, let's move all those stupid little Kappa leaders. I have no idea. I don't think I need you. You can stay here as some kind of early warning system. And we're looking to see if Tiash is still not up to its insane maximum of super defense like before several different armies from Arco and Mekon duked it out here. Further out, it looks like Muspelheim is for now into the woods here, but is still fighting Arco, and Arco isn't yet completely dead. And Mekone, funnily enough, counter-attack deeper into Arco territory. So let's hope we can gain some additional places with forests. I mean, we have one now. That's nice enough. And now we have a temple and can do some mage recruiting here. But it would also be nice if the fortification would be a little bit better. Just in case. So now I have to go and look at all the recruiting I'm doing. Ah, Quadra. Well, let's reset this recruiting for now. Oh, now I have enough. Then oh. Did I stop recruiting? It's probably because I was recruiting one of my super mages and then ran out of money for new recruitment this turn. And of course I have one of those again. So now we are up to 22 research here. And now things will get interesting because of course we are slowly running out of bean cheese. So instead I'm she champions, of course. I keep forgetting. For some reason I think they are super sheep, but because they are also military leaders, they're not exactly this cheap. Of course they have more protection and more hit points than your average Banshee. Barely. Keep forgetting this isn't Dominions 5 anymore, where Swift Breeze could kill nearly everyone. But still, they are cheaper and better protected. So I'll start piling on the she champions here and then give them dreamstones as they show up. Now let's see what I have on forces here. Oh, I have another slot over, so I can put the she warriors in here. Whoop. Perfect. And I'll put them for our two of us. And I'll try to pull all these weirdos out of here. Firbolg slingers. That's more two others. A bit of a reserve here. And I think you could be a scout. Mage. Another set of slingers. Mage. Combat mage. Nope, not. That needs not. Ah, more Fearbolgs. So many of those here. Combat Mage. Oop. Amazons. Houses. Oh yes, of course, they are inside under the command of that other guy. Let's put them here. Then the Cloud Mage. Get out. We'll have to do something here. Yeah, of course. That's the reason. Okay, this commander is now full, and this one has another slot over, but only that one. I'll give him the Pegasus Riders, and the Amazons. Well, I planned to give them to somewhere else, but Eri would have been better, I think. Over here. Now we can have some less vulnerable formations. So, flanking arrows here. Sudden death attack here. It's kind of pointless because those are not coming with us. They are garrison troops. So, let's see. The combat mages will come with us. I think this one is the big leader. Nope, that's a scout. Really? No. Holy shit. I've recruited a scout and then completely forgot. Let's see, we go here. Yeah, that's a bit misleading since he can't swim, so he will take a completely different route. But it would be nice if the game could be a bit more realistic about multi-turn orders instead of lying to me like this. So now let's take a look here. Oh yeah, of course, it's a she champion. Now it should be so, you know, everyone here gets his skills ready. And the priest should be near the units they're actively supposed to buff up. And you'll get here. Between them they should get the two of us up and running. Yeah, of course, you can also do some blessing around here in our leader squad. Perfect, of course, since Twilight will eat more gems when undercast like this. I'll also need to give him a big stash of. Let's be more generous and give him one more. 9. 9 should be. Yep. Now he can cast Illusory Army and Twilight everyone else up. Hold and fire closes. That's simple enough. You please raid and attack the rearmost area. You of course hold fire closes. Hold and fire closes. No, did I forget anything? Nope. Now yeah, everyone has some orders except of the clowns that stay behind. So now a new army is ready to march off to war, so I'm moving them to Kuna Eral. Yeah, there are more forces. but I don't yet know if I'm actually moving them. And despite my shenanigans, there's still gold enough left over that I can now start building. Funnily enough, there is a scout incoming and another mage. It's probably more effective and if I use the scout than here. Yeah, that's of course. Another Firbolg champion would be needed here. Kuna Eral, you have now a surplus on leaders standing around, except... Yeah, okay, it's another Firbolg champion. You could just... Oh, of course, they are just too slow. That's kind of dumb. I don't really want to use 20 round research for multiple turns. I have the money right now. I'm guessing I can just let the scout begin, and then turn after that the scout can march forward. What does my research say? We are still 2 or 3 turns away from continuation 6. I could test out summon Fey Knights for now. So why not? Let's look at those Fey Knights. Then in the east we are now marching on Mekone. And our new army is on their way from Quedra. And since I don't need 800 right now, I can continue recruiting here. Do I have something to put units into? Nope. So I guess... Let's think. Normal slingers, dwarves, she-lords. Oh, well, it wouldn't really be enough anyway, so I can keep to she-lordismos here. And keep maximizing my... So the rest gold I'll just keep since it's easier. Oh, wait. Forgot this here. We have still partial units here. Yeah, okay. Well, let's leave it at that. So that's this for this turn. We're still progressing forward, slowly getting more and more of Mekone under control. And while we're doing this, I hope to upgrade the fortress in Dead Forest. And then we'll try to get as much of East Mekone as we can before Arco fails to resist. Meanwhile, mages are continuing their try to get more glamour gems into our coffers. Well, that's it for now. Liploini out. Liploini again. And again, we are here with my Let's Play of Dominion 6. Gemidologams, Goddess TNN, Elften, Elfings. You know the drill by now. That's what? Episode number 29 or something? I don't know. It's at least inside the game, it's spring in the year 4 of the Ascension Wars. So we are now already in World War I ranges, and in 24 turns we'll have achieved a war that has lasted longer than the Second World War. Not bad, but of course we have to actually try to win, I guess. Our messages are vast and plentiful this turn. Dan Fladen is casting End of the Rainbow, but hasn't found anything right now. Pizzas has tried our Summoned Fey Knights now that we have a Forest Prince. And Kalom has cast our first global enchantment. Something we are looking at in a short while. Riley has appointed another prophet, I guess. The last one died already. Then battles Mekone. We marched in and are now laying siege to Mekone, bringing the war hopefully to a close. Mekone was nice enough to throw another army at us just as we arrived, making sure that there are not as many defenders as there could have been. So it seems the mages ran away, but assuming not all of them made it, well, let's see later. And the province defense was of course colossal, not because of the hoplites and pelters of the Hillod variety, but because there are not that many giants, so maybe it wasn't that much. I'm guessing those are the lowest variants, and then it goes up and up and up. But yeah, there was a sizable stack of smaller units, and then not enough giants to matter. So our full-size army is here in all its terrible elf glory. We immediately switch to Twilight, and then the defenders are getting housed down with arrows, slingshot, everything, and of course magic. And then not even the bravery of that one giant in the middle of our entire army can turn the tide, and we hunt down the survivors. That battle was over before it began. We are of course not the only ones fighting. Gentlewoods, Arco attacked a small force of Muspelheim with some guy commanding lizard warriors. One of the very few victories. Can you even take a closer look? So there is not much happening since it's not Muspelheim's strongest sense. There are of course elephants, stompy as always, even in the earlier games. A bronze spear that does not do much damage, but whoops, wrong unit, whoops. I was wondering. So we have now some guy with a small hammer, some guy with a short sword in the short bow, another archer, and then the elephant itself. In Dominance 5 this would have been all one singular unit, which now it isn't. Now either hits will hit the elephant and make it angry, or they will instead kill one of his 3 extra hit points up there. So while of course sometimes an unlucky hit might still kill the elephant, that's basically a combined 89 hit points, because now someone has to kill all 3 crew members of this giant monster, and only then will the war elephant be left alone. Well, it's a fairly beefy unit now thanks to the changes made in Dominion 6. The elephant alone is of course still a shitty magic resistance, so anything seriously magical hitting the elephant will hurt it very deeply. And it's now size 9 from the new maximum of 10, so it's a gigantic that's English, a gigantic beast, let's call it that. They can trample a lot, and that means they can just push their way through and do damage without even attempting to hit something. Colossal and dangerous, except if they get scared. Yes, of course, the battle was already over. The elephant raiders alone killed a sizable part of those poor lizard warriors. Then in Tiash, our Kappas waded in and punched sorceresses to death. And lizards. We took some losses, probably thanks to our on-land fighting, meaning that everyone gets super exhausted after a couple hits. Then it's going on here. Of course, some of our people die to magic, but then we have punched enough lizards to the death that it doesn't matter, the battle is over. We managed to kill one of the mages. Then some unexpected events. Gold! Another small gold deposit, this time in our capital, tier saw misfortune. That's not good. And our siege in Mekone, the walls are severely damaged. That still takes a couple turns. Rory Llewellyn has now killed enough people with his evil bastard elf magic that he's now in the Hall of Fame. Oh no, you stay here. I was trying to... Okay, what again was the shortcut? Yeah, it's the player still in the game, that's our research. Well, okay, what? While we are here, next turn is Conjuration 6, and we are still trying to... Yeah, we should get a bit forward, since people are now slowly starting the global enchantment spell. We should get over there. Then there was... Yes, of course, we have another magic dreamstone. That is what we know of. The thrones... The hell shit was that? Oh yes, of course, the Hall of Fame, F3. As you can see, a lot of this is just elves. Vanheim and us. Some of ours and some of ours... Oh, okay, no, that's Arco. So Arco also has some visitors here. But there are a lot of elves. Some dead, some alive still. Of course, some of this shit is rather wonky, possibly due to the different level of enemies. Rory killed 18 and got 159 because it was just lowly province defense. Corin got 18, but over twice that much experience, so he's now on placed 2. While Zutung, a Vanheim warrior, only killed 9, but this gave him a shit ton of experience, so to be fair, it could also be part of their bless. Heroism can do that. Now I have to remember something. Yes, genau, we can look at blesses if we encounter them in battle. We of course know our own bless. So memory, we have more defense, blur, and a lot of heroism to gain more experience points. And thirdly, there was a nerf in one of the last updates. So instead of plus 100%, we only have plus 70% now. That's some degradation. At least the experience points we already earned aren't lost. Then we have not seen Agatha, and now they are defeated, so we will never see them. Defeated. Yeah, that's a long list of dead players. Mahaka is still somewhere, but we have not enough contact to know what exactly the bless is. We know what Scalum is about. They have magic resistance +1 and fear +5. And yes, of course, they have some creepy death magic thing. Not a lot of bless, to be fair, but it could also be... I don't see everything. Then there is Vanheim. Vanheim has Undying +10, which means it's extremely hard to kill those fuckers because they have 10 extra HP that still mean that if the battle is over, they'll keel over dead again. But as long as the battle is running, they'll keep being alive. And a nice fact, if they get healed back, then they can't stay alive. It's this undying feature of staying dead only counts if you're actually over the counter at the end of the battle and have lost too many. Then Enchanted Blood, I have completely forgotten what that was about. Blood Surge makes all units get better stats the more they kill. Righteous Wrath makes everyone gain better stats and the more the own side gets killed. So Blood Surge and Righteous Wrath is actually a nice combination, since it means if your side takes losses, your units get stronger. If the enemy takes losses, they also get stronger, so this can spiral out of control if there is enough weak chaff for them to kill. And heroism, 175%. Wow, that's a lot of heroism. I'm guessing at some point there should be something giving way. I'm guessing they must have terrible scales. Death, unluck, turmoil, everything. Otherwise, it's a lot of points to spend. possibly they also had sleeping or even imprisoned pretender. Then there is Muspelheim. Shoot! Oh, please, no, I was just getting healthy again. So what is the bless of the CIA's Milli Vanilli? Regeneration? Yeah, that's good for giants. Fire shield. Fairly strong. And yeah, that allows them to set everything on fire around them. Simply put, if you hit them, they hit you. And of course they have their fire aura on their own. And awareness, that's something I have to look up because I have no fucking clue what that was about. And, oh yeah, that's something that prevents the penalties from being surrounded to pile up. And just some guy is our friend Riley. They have more precision, possibly for their mages. Under leadership, yeah, that is for their mages. And magic leadership, which is important since Riley in the early age has their stupid mind control bullshit fish, and not just as commanders. And to put them together into huge useful armies, you need a lot of magic leadership since they count as magic beings. Normal units, normal commanders can't really deal with them. So anyway, next part up, what to do with Tiash. Our next army is still a couple turns off to my annoyance, and a couple turns of siege are needed here. Of course I could start grabbing provinces, but if we do this we are weakening our siege, which our elves have already problems with, being dainty little elves and all. What I'm guessing is one... that will be too warm. Of course I can simply march into the north here. 3 turns. 1, 2, 3, then we should be in the battle again. But meanwhile I'm moving our Kappas back because here are some units I can scrounge up. And if the AI is stupid enough, they'll send in some randos of those piles of giants and leaders surrounding Tiash now. And if they do this, then I can move back and smash those tiny forces before they can move on to greener pastures. This will also prevent the AI from accidentally massing more of them. And if things get too hard, I can always just send my Kappas back into the water and wait for things. Now, Dead Forest. Well, Pissas, for now you go back to research since we need this, and you can finally start building the walled city here. 4 turns and it will be done. Oh god. Sorry. I hope I didn't collect more viruses at work. Would be neat. Turns out even more of my co-workers fell out of while I was at home, and they have barely gotten back on their foot right at the same time as me. So now we are hopefully a little bit less sniffly at work. Speaking of work, we also got some Fey Knights. Those guys. Fairly strong, fairly good attack, and extremely high defense skill. So if these guys don't get surrounded, they're basically impossible to hit anyway. And they have their glamour on top. And they have true sight, so magic elf bullshit won't work at them. Then they have recuperation, so if they get hit by any negative status effects, afflictions called in Dominion's logic, will just slowly heal them over time. They also have 100% disease resistance, so getting them ill is nearly impossible. They are also skilled riders, which just means their horses won't get as much encumbrance as normal. They also have ice protection, so the call it is the more protections they have. And in normal coldness they have 23. So I'm guessing if it's warm they have 21 and so on. I don't think it goes below 0, so but I guess since now it's now spring and soon summer, we will get to learn about the weakness of this ship. As you can probably guess from also having lots of cold resistance and things like snow move, they are unseelie knights, because we get it, because we summoned those knights in the depth of winter. So we got the cold bastards of the unseelie court. Like Allface, they don't need to eat, so they won't consume supplies. They are poison resistant since they are just walking dreams anyway. And since they are unseelie, they have cold resistance, cold protection, cold power, which means the colder it is, the better their stats get. So since it's currently very still cold in this province, their attack skill is probably just 13. It's just upgraded thanks to the cold. So also, like all Fae have forest survival, so they can move faster through forests. And unseelie specifically will ignore penalties from snow. The magic bullshit stuff, like I'm pretty sure a shield made of gossamer shouldn't have protection 15. But again, they are Fae knights. The Fae plate armor is probably also not made from anything more than wishes and dreams, but hey, magic. Their weapons are also deadly. A Fae blade for close combat and a Fae lance with a charge bonus. And even so, normally it gives you 20 damage, so if they get some speed up and rush into the enemy, that could be a terrifying amount of damage if they manage to hit. So a bunch of those in deep winter is scary. And they have of course their steed. Also fairly high stats. The encumbrance is lesser thanks to their riders being nice. Skilled riders, that was it. The steeds themselves also have hoof damage, and they come with a Fae barding, so they have a fairly high protection. As unseelie steeds they have the same bonus tax, ice protection and as Fae of course the Fae ship. As fairies instead of elves they are even more vulnerable against iron weapons. So now everything gets 2 bonus damage if it's made from iron. Something to remember. And as smart horses, they can of course do the same thing our Fae horses can do, and just walk home without their riders. So of course there is a chance they just give up and desert instead. Anyways, here are a fairly strong cavalry. A really fairly strong cavalry. Let's put them here for now. She-warrior. Hey, whoa, little mermaid. What do you have? Oh, mute. Yeah, of course, but he's not supposed to set magic out. So he can get back into battle line. So if you want to see the non-unseelie variant, we have now to wait until this little cold one is at least neutral, since cold provinces always gives us this shit. Next turn, however, I will summon a Fae Prince to see how those look, and to get another commander here. And then next turn, this guy, if I pronounce that right, probably not, can take over building walled cities, and our army leader can become again an army leader here. That's this on this front. Siege continues. Army movement, lots of army movement, and we still have some money left to spend for recruitment. Not here. Not here either. Recruitment points is... oh, of course. We have used up our bonus recruitment. You can only go down to the Amazons now. So of course we should probably send Lavede back home now. So we can shuttle over more units later. And since we are still doing the ship, let's take a look. Yep, we are still recruiting she champions and still having one of them forging dreamstones. So now you, Lochana, the she champion, your measly 9 research gets upgraded to 80 now. Le voilà, to speak my French. Those are few new arrivals. They can get put to research for now. And that's it really. Research tells us next we have Conjuration 6, and then we're starting to collect some more spells from Enchantment and Thaumaturgy. And up to Thaumaturgy 7, so we can put up our own first global. There was even a neat global down here, Eternal Twilight. Very pricey at 90 gems minimum, and it takes level 8. That's more than we even have now. So Alteration 8 isn't actually the focus now. What I'm planning to do is, after our research goal Thaumaturgy 7 is set, we'll go to Construction 7, because there is possibly 1 or 2 more magic boosters that I can squeeze out for forging. And then we'll maybe get a gem and holograms with Glamour Magic 8. And until we spend unholy amounts of gems to get even higher, that will probably stay that way for now. Soon we'll have a small force of Kappa ready to rumble. I'm still hoping we can get another pond here. But for now we'll also hoping that Arco can keep Muspelheim at bay for some more turns, just to give us enough time to get at least into Lomark, so we can secure our southern and eastern border. Callum is kind of funny. They are also, oh yes, of course, they put up a global called Dark Skies. If I could just remember the right shortcuts. Yes. And looking here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can keep forgetting the simplest of things. But for this game match, at least we have 7 slots open. And Callum claimed one with Dark Skies. Dark Skies is just what it is under tin. You spend air gems, and then you put black clouds all over your domain for an eternal cloudy day for everyone. All those black clouds lower enemy morale by 1 for each point of dominion. So, in other words, if you have something like 7 moral guys and you march into enemy dominion strength of 7 candles, I think they're dropping straight down to 0 moral, which might even make them auto-root immediately. But even some of the stronger units may gasp at that kind of moral loss, and units with bad moral may lose fairly easily each time there is a check. Statistically, of course, this affects larger armies even worse, since there is more chance for individual units to run away. It can mean the difference between defeat and victory. And of course you get slight darkness penalties in battle. Plus, cave and deep sea provinces are not affected because they are too far away from the skies for the effect to matter. Ironically, the second part would do nothing against our troops, since all of us have at least 50% dark vision, which neutralizes those slighter penalties. Like it neutralizes the effects of our own Twilight, for example. Yeah, and that's it for this time. A lot of movement, but nothing conclusive happening right now. So let's... I keep forgetting to look at my scouts. So we have one here. Let's move him here to remove more black shit. Hmm. It's interesting here. Multiple sieges going on. Let's try to keep a look at those empty blank spaces next to McConnell. And let's take a look at how bad it is. Is Arco still free, or are we looking at the last troops ever? Then of course we have also random units. Oh yes, of course, I still have this guy. Now it's getting troublesome since we already lost one of our scouts, accidentally walking into a province that was getting clearly patrolled to reduce unrest. That's another mechanic. If you set troops to patrol, not only have they a chance of finding scouts and spies moving through, their main focus is killing the people in your own land, which then reduces unrest by a bit. The bigger the army, the better the effort. And of course, again, there are units and commanders with special patrolling powers to make this more effective. It's kind of neat, all those things you can do. Then we have this guy here. There is actually no connection further south, right? It's a strange little province. Or maybe the connections are just really badly visible. But at least we found Calum, so that's good, right? Let's take a look at Calum itself. Yeah, Calum is really not that big. Not that we are exactly the United States of Elfdome too. Well. Let's see what's down there. And here are some signs that here might be a bigger army hiding, since elves and all ship. Here we have one sneak here and one other sneaking through. But since they are elves, we are invisible to them and they are invisible to us. Annoying. And now we have everything looked at and can go. And we're back. It's now late spring in the year 4 of the Ascension Wars. We finally got to Congregation 6. And we have found a new magic site. Another global spell went up. And this time it's a global that allows everyone to see everything. Oh, and it's Riley spying on all of us together. Ah, those little fishies. Our alchemist is still searching and not finding anything. We have a crippled death. Hesperia. Again, a poor peddler gets beaten up and we take his gems. Quenin. Some air gems are found. And Lawborough. Province income +5. Thank you. Worldwide event. Unrest is increased. Oh, astrologers have spotted a comet headed straight for Earth. Oh wow, I'm really hoping the next event isn't apocalyptic impact, but this is of course Dominions and we have to be prepared for everything. Oh, Makona is already breached? Huh. There's apparently not much in there anymore. Well, a stack of mages probably. Eh, I'm trying it. Do we have enough gems here? Yes, she can get up Twilight. That should be enough. Doesn't look... Oh, Afgalo. You can, of course, put this into Kimber's pocket, please. So she can at least get one illusionary army up as some kind of mobile shield against arrows, or a giant disc since this is Makona. And this is a walled city. Luckily not more, or it would be extreme. But we still have our big fat army and some kappas. Ha, you can get here. Well, let's see. Let's see. Where's our super mage again? Kimber, where are you? Ah yes, we can get 2 illusory armies, that's 40 of those tiny guys, so that's hopefully enough. There are of course still enemy mages here, but after all that much time there really shouldn't be, how is the word, scripted. The god waiting for us is hopefully also not as big as a threat as he could have been with enough research and games. And still, we have all our hard to hit units, we have some bonus units, and of course we have lots and lots of dream magic. Of course this could go wrong, so I take my scout and order him to maintain the siege, because this means even if we face a catastrophic defeat, our Oscar will at least keep the siege going for another turn until the AI breaks through. Oh yes, there's so many little horses we have to collect. A little bit of reordering going on here. Don't need that many guards, weirdo. You're not evil. And now I guess, how many units are stuck here? Oh, just the one. Huh. Yeah, that could get brutal here. I did not immediately attack. And, whoop. Okay. Kenji, you have to stay above ground. This strike force goes back into the water and you collect another Pegasus Rider, please. Your stuff is building. By building I mean you will preach now and you will go back to continue building. Our army is here. And Oisin is also here. It's kind of funny. Why is this little squadron suddenly detached from the rest? Well, let's keep the army together. That should be everyone, right? So, one She-Lord stays here, I guess, and the other mage is casting. We also have enough gems, so let's move this army into battle. Okay, that one She-Lord can stay here. Alright, it would probably make more sense to let her stay and this guy move on. And you can also stay. Why the fuck are you like this? You stay. Is this guy... Nope, he is completely alone. Yeah, so he can stay. He is auto-searching. This is the combined stay. No, please. Research, magic. Yep, that's good enough. Also have some money left over. Let's make some local oh, wow, I keep forgetting how expensive those guys are. I have, of course, my research combo going up there. Am I recruiting something somewhere else? Nope. Kretra is, of course, research base right now. And we are recruiting She-Lords here. We already have some, so... 687. Enough for a big sorceress. Now let's leave it like that. And that forest can get some she-warriors. And some more slingers. Just so the defense keeps rising. And defense... Whoops, I have used up all my money for this turn. So next turn we are trying to storm Mekone. And it will take a couple days until you see actually what happens, because funnily enough, this double turn, well, either I have to do a lot of cutting and re-editing, or this will be at the end of almost an hour talking as I know me. Well, that's it. Let's see. Our next army is on the way to clean up the random provinces left over. We are taking over Mekone, and then we'll see how much we can grab before Muspelheim remembers we are also there. And then next war target is either heading off an attack by Wanheim or attacking into Muspelheim. I cannot for the life of me find a way to deal with Muspelheim. We have this strange possibility of summoning shit that's immune to cold with cold resistance and shit. But more? Nope. Oh, let's get us a Fate Prince to look at. I get, is it still cold? It's still cold. It's probably also influences by Callum. Please preach harder, but I guess at least we get some Unseelie Fate Prince next to gawk at. The war continues. And Liploini signs out.